Hi, Darren Hunter here. Charging for repairs and maintenance is one of the easiest fees you can ask for. But when I suggest that to any rent rolls here in Australia, it's like, no way, owners won't pay. And what's the management fee for? They're the biggest resistance. This is a very difficult one to convince people, yet the fee is one of the easiest I've ever seen get charged. Now, for example, here in Adelaide, there are 3 agents that charge for repairs and maintenance fee. They're all spread out from each other, those 3. So they're out of different markets. They're not working in the same market area. And they're all surrounded by agents that don't charge for it. Now, I could go to every one of their rivals and say, hey, did you know that you could be charging a repairs and maintenance fee? And they'd all tell me, no way, owners won't pay. Yet they've all got a rival down the road that is. And if I go to that rival, in fact, I know one of these officers, he's a personal friend of mine, and I asked him, I said, how often do you get resistance? He said, what do you mean, Darren? He says, we've been charging it for 12 years. No one's ever questioned it. In fact, Darren, it's earned us $12,000 in the last year. It's a very important part of our fee revenue. And this is the truth when it comes to this fee. Owners really don't care if you charge it or not. Now, one of the easiest ways to ask for it, and I've got this script covered in my PM Fee Script Secrets book. Now, a couple of things to be aware of is that when you're asking for it, just say, Mr. Smith, our management fee is X%, and that covers all monies collected. And of course, if you're also collecting water on behalf of owners and getting the costs reimbursed back to owners. Now, of course, that's not applicable in Victoria, but it is everywhere else. And just say we charge 8% or 7% or 6% for all monies collected. That's rent and water. And we also charge the same percentage for any repairs that we conduct on your behalf. That's about as hard as it gets. It really is. You just have to ask for it because they don't know what's supposed to be under the management fee or not supposed to be under the management fee. That's whatever you say, what your mindset says, and whatever you determine. Here is a real simple point, is that you can get any fee that you like as long as, one, you believe you're worth it and should be charging, and then know how to explain it if someone does question it. And so here, if someone does question and say, well, why are you charging me a repairs and maintenance fee when I know a lot of other agents don't charge for it? And Mr. Smith, that's a really good question. Have you ever gone looking and doing open inspections at houses, and you get out of your car, you've got an address you're going to have a look at, and before you've even walked across the road, you looked at a property, it's old, it's worn out, it's tired, it hasn't been looked after, and you can tell it's a rental property, right? That's very likely being managed by an agent where if something breaks down, the tenant calls up or sends an email, they just go and fix it. They're just very, very reactory. And so the proactive stuff hasn't been kept on top of at all. That's why it's got that old and tired and worn look. With us, we make sure that the paintwork is kept up to standard. And so we're always planning those, making sure the gutters are cleaned every year, the trees are pruned, all of that. We got this proactive maintenance program in place because repairs and maintenance are so important. And to do that, that's why we charge a small percentage for it. And so that all makes sense, doesn't it? And that's a good truth that you can explain to owners should you ever get questioned. And that script is all in my book, the PM Fee Script Secrets. Look, the book is free. All you've got to do is pay for shipping. We've paid for the printing. Just go to stopdiscountingfees.com and reserve your copy. But here is the truth. You're probably never going to need that script because owners are likely never going to ask you or question it. That is the truth. Go out and prove what I've just said. Go and prove it for yourself and say to owners and say, we charge X% for all monies collected, and we also charge the same for repairs and maintenance that we conduct on your behalf. Now, if you want to cap it or something, we've also got that information in the book that's going to help you. But repairs and maintenance fee, along with a lot of others, are really, really easy to get. All that it's hard is what your head is telling you, but it's actually incorrect. Take care.